Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. If you want to stay up to date with the constant attack on our God-given right to keep and bear arms, to defend ourselves, then like this video and subscribe to the channel down below. I'm going to bring you information that you might never believe if I didn't dig it up and get the facts. Well, it's crazy out there. It's a constant struggle. Subscribe to the channel, amplify the voice. I also want to thank the sponsor of the video, that's Blackout Coffee. I've been living off of them for the last couple days because of everything going on. We've extended, I'm one of the owners, we've extended our Cyber Monday sale to Cyber Week. Buy 2 items, doesn't matter which ones they are, includes K-Cups. You buy 2, we'll give you 1 free. This thing floating above me shows you what you need to do. Add 3 items to the cart, use code CYBERWEEK. One of those will be credited as free. There's no limit, have at it. It doesn't work on 5-pound bags of coffee or subscriptions, obviously, but stock up, guys and gals. Let's get into this. We're gonna need to stay at the forefront of our fight for liberty here because it's ramping up nationwide. Yesterday, communist-infused Massachusetts lawmakers listened to testimony on not 1, not 2, not 5, not 10, not 20, but 56 bills related to firearms. 56! There should only be one. One! The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's it. 56 attempts to regulate firearms. Now, Massachusetts Senate President Karen Spilka, and she is a Karen, she has vowed to have a gun reform package on the desk of Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey by the end of the session. Now, Maura Healey is perhaps, I know we got Kathy Hochul and we got Gavin Newsom, but Maura Healey is perhaps the most anti-Second Amendment governor in this country. She's just laying low for political expediency. She's the one who, as Massachusetts Attorney General, reinterpreted a long-standing law, and she banned what had been referred to as Massachusetts compliant semi-automatic rifles with the stroke of a pen. Now, I will remind you that the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin said, that's a Supreme Court decision, said that any government law that is restricting the Second Amendment must be consistent with the text of the Second Amendment, which none of these are, and it must be consistent with the history of firearm regulation, and none of this is either. Text, history, tradition. None of this is close to it. But these bills ranged from banning silencers. Why? Because protecting someone's hearing is terrible. We don't want to do that because too many movies have made it seem like silencers and suppressors actually turn you into the Hitman character from the video games. They also want to ban homemade firearms or ghost guns. Homemade firearms has been totally legal nationwide since before this country was a country, several hundred years. But for some reason, they're evil now, right? They even want to ban carrying guns while riding an ATV because there must be a rash of bandits running around on ATVs robbing people. And again, it's Massachusetts, so we're not going to go after the criminal. We're going to go after you law-abiders because criminals are the voting base of the American Communist Party. Now, that same American Communist-dominated Massachusetts House of Representatives, they've already passed a gun reform bill, and it includes, bans on homemade firearms. It requires some certain components of guns need to be serialized, in addition to what the feds have already said, because Massachusetts, they know better. Of New England, 6 states in New England, you might need to know this if you don't already, Massachusetts has the most gun control in all of New England, yet it has the most violent crime in all of New England. Massachusetts is Chicago of New England. Massachusetts is Los Angeles, is the San Francisco of New England. Yeah, they also want to prevent people from carrying a firearm to keep themselves safe and secure. They don't want you to be able to go into somebody else's home without their express written permission. You need a permission slip. It also bans purchase of new AR-style firearms. Why? Because off of the copycats and duplicates thing that Maura Healey put in a few years ago, there are certain items, like guns that have the recoil system in the upper. Well, they don't want you to have those because those are very, very dangerous. Now, the Massachusetts Communist Senate is expected to pass this gun package bill in 2024. Now, Jim Wallace, who is a friend, he's also the executive director of Gun Owners Action League in Massachusetts. He believes that any gun reform should start from scratch, focusing on criminals rather than legal gun owners. And I've been saying that on this channel for a decade. Now, Wallace testified before these anti-gun legislators, and there's a couple there that are pro-2A, but not enough. And he said that gun-related homicides have more than doubled in Massachusetts since their anti-gun laws have been in place. He also said the gun laws are an absolute failure. They do nothing to help the inner cities. All they do is keep us on our tippy toes like we may be a felon in waiting. The criminals could care less about this stuff. And Jim, you are 200% right. Now, these bills are so bad, guys. There's so much in them, it is overwhelming. Believe me, as someone who does this stuff for fun, these bills in Massachusetts, they're bad. Like, I've never seen anything like it. In fact, you should see what these communists are trying to do. Goal has a page going that entails what's in these bills, right? They've had their attorneys look at them. They've been digging through it. But what it seeks to do is to bring the place that freedom was born, the shot heard round the world, bring Massachusetts further from the Constitution than any other state. And that's tough. But these bills seek to do it. These truly are the worst bills I've ever seen in my 48 years. Click the link down below. Guys and gals, if you live in Massachusetts, burn up the phone lines. Get on these anti-gunners because you can stop this. When they feel the heat, they see the light, you have to get involved. No more sitting back saying, Jim Wallace will handle that. Jared will do a video. Anthony will do a video. Guys, we need your help. Burn up the phone. If you're in Massachusetts, there's a link below to figure out who your legislators are in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. If you don't live in Massachusetts, I still want you to call. I'll have the switchboard number. I'll have numbers down below where you can get involved and links and stuff like that. There's going to be people who say, you voted them in, blah, blah, blah. Get it, guys. I get it. But you know what? If we just say that, there'll be no more places in this country to go to. And if you think that your one state will never happen here, look what happened in Virginia, and they're trying to do it again after the Democrats have regained power. It will happen everywhere unless Americans stand their ground. Let me know what you think down below. Subscribe to this channel if you want to stay in the know. Like the video and share it if you think other people need to see it. And I thank you for your time. Don't forget blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. Use code CYBERWEEK. Buy two, get one free. Huge sale. I don't know about you, but I'm drinking this stuff like it's going out of business. And then as the holidays get closer and stress ramps up, I'm sure I'll be drinking more of it. Appreciate y'all. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. I don't care what the Communist Party thinks. We're never giving up our guns. We're never giving up our country. Come at me, bro. Take care.